It's ready.
Yeah. It's a little early. No, it's not early. It's 10. It's not even that early.
What are you trying to say?
It just looks like he just woke up, kind of.
He does look like he just woke up.
Because I think when I was young, what time did you wake up when you were young? Like, did you just wake up to play sports or video games?
I have no idea.
No? I feel like I used to get up at 8 in the morning when I was a kid. Pester my dad, eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch, play PlayStation. Those were the days. Oh, my gosh.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Whoa, are you trying to act like that's not the best cereal of all time or something? Or what's going on?
Oh, man, it's way too sweet.
Let's ignore the fact that it's truly terrible for you.
Yeah, it's way too sweet.
Once you get past that, as here's a hangerback walker for one, it's like the best cereal ever. If I could be sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch,
done.
I'd have to think about it because it's really sweet.
No, you would lock it up in a second.
I would lock it in. It's the taste that you can see. Here is another copy of Monastery Swiss beer. The beatdowns here for Trevathan for 2. Soorani's going to fall down to 17. Now back up to 18 thanks to Inventors Fair.
Yeah, the fair doing some work.
An Ancient Stirrings here for Shaheen is the draw. He's got a Grove of the Burned Willows. Looks like he actually has a copy of Clan Ironworks already.
Yeah, I actually like this hangerback walker a lot on this board. You know, he just needs to buy a couple more turns to get the massive cards he needs to go off.
Hangerback walker, a 2 of in Shaheen's deck this weekend. This deck, this Ironworks deck, and we had a deck with Shaheen already, so you can find that on our coverage page. We're actually going to close the round with it as well. It's a lot of spinning its wheels, I guess you could say, with like Ichor Wellspring, Chromatic Star, Chromatic Sphere, Terrarian, all that stuff. But you know, the combo is Ironworks plus Scrap Trawler, and you should be able to just go through your entire deck and be able to just win. And here's an Ironworks right now for Shaheen.
Yeah, well, it's the Scrap Trawler that is the glue that puts it all together.
Oh, yeah. Most important card for sure. Shaheen's going to pass back after playing an Ironworks, which for Rio is a pretty good sign. Unfortunately for Rio, he had to mulligan to 5 to get things started today. He's got another copy of Inspiring Vantage. Boom! Lava Spike you.
Kapow.
I love it. I love it. Prowess triggers there for the Swiss Bears. They'll be attacking for 2 this turn as opposed to 1. We'll see if Shaheen has any blocks or not. And it looks like for Rio, he has a land in Wooded Foothills and a Boros Charm left in hand. Shaheen's going to take the 4. Let's make it 4 more with Boros Charm. So it's going to be a total of 10 now.
Yeah, this is a big turn.
Pretty big turn. Shaheen's going to go down to 5, up to 6 from Inventors Fair, draw a card, and can he win this turn?
I would think so.
He'll start by playing an Ancient Stirrings. Top 5. He did find a copy of Engineered Explosives, which he could do for 1 to clear away those Swift Spears. Taking a long look at the grip here is Shaheen. He's going to go with Chromatic Star. Going to float colorless mana from each Darksteel Citadel. And now he's going to sacrifice Inventor's Fair to search up an artifact since he controls 3 or more. This is probably old Scrappy.
Yeah, Scrap Trawler if he doesn't have one. And here we go. Like he's about to look at a ton of cards.
Looks like Shaheen should have, I think, 2 colorless mana floating right now. So we're going to get out our colorless card and our green mana card. That's generally what Shaheen needs to be able to go off. Floats green for Ancient Stirrings, float colorless because that's what Clan Ironworks does. Now he's got old Scrappy. Sacrifice Mox Opal. Up to 2. Looks like he might play on land. Not sure. Yes. And Grove of the Burn Willows. And now here's Scrap Trawler.
He's teasing us a little bit.
He is a little bit of a tease here, is Shaheen. Sacrifice Terrarian. Get back Mox Opal. From the Scrap Trawler trigger. Pick up a Grove of the Burn Willows. Here's Mox Opal. Add a green. Use the green. Play Ancient Stirrings. 5 cards. That's Emrakul.
Now, is that the daddy? Or is Kevin Jones the daddy?
I think Emrakul is the daddy. Maybe the mama. I'm not entirely sure. He took that really fast. Here's Chromatic Star.
Yeah, I think he knows he already has the Chromox, which is +3 every time he returns it.
Yeah, the Mox Opal.
Mox Opal, yeah. So he's going to be able to loop enough cards to easily get the mana he needs here.
So add a green, sacrifice Mox Opal. He's up to 6, 7, 8. Consider Mox Opal 3 mana every time, so that's 11, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. So he's got 4 to go for Emrakul, which he can do simply off of Hangerback Walker. Yeah, so charge this. Hangerback Walker, you got to remember, you sacrifice that to Karkline Ironworks, that's 2 mana. And then for each Thopter you get, that's an additional 2 mana. So right now he's going to be able to get 6 mana just from Hangerback itself. He's currently got 12 mana in the pool. Let's make it 14. Let's make it 16 momentarily.
Yeah, we're getting there one way or another. You know what? No, let's.
So let me sack my Scrap Trawler, get back something irrelevant. Let's keep going just a little bit here. Looks like he's going to sacrifice the Ironworks. I think Shaheen's just trying to figure out how he can do it all in one turn.
Yeah, he's just leaving himself a little more damage on the board.
Yep. There is Emrakul. Going to remember the trigger to take the extra turn. Now it's time to untap and draw. Hi-ya, Annihilator 6 trigger. There goes the entire battlefield. That's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I like playing on.
Rio's going to make him earn it.
Oh, yeah. Draw a card. Okay, fine. You win. Shaheen Soorani is going to win game number 1 here over Rio Trevathan. Ironworks combo. Up a game here over Burn. No Eidolon?
No Eidolon, and he was on the draw.
Yeah, and Mold to 5.
Couple of things just working against him that game.
We're going to go to the sideboards here. Rio's got some good cards to bring in. We start with 4 Destructive Revelry, 3 Path Exile, 3 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Stony Silence, 2 Deflecting Palm, and 1 Core Firewalker. Revelries look good. Stony Silence looks good. A lot of cards here.
Yeah, I would bring in a whole mess of cards for this matchup. Normally, the Burn deck doesn't want to bring in too many cards because it just prevents them from executing their game plan of getting the opponent dead. But here, as long as he can't lose to Shaheen, he's definitely going to win the game.
Stony, that's at least 6. I know Shaheen, he said on social media yesterday, he played around Deflecting Palm correctly. Because Deflecting Palm does work against Emrakul.
Yeah.
That's a 15 to the face, which is a lot.
Small swing the other way.
Yeah, but Shaheen was able to, I think, work through that with like Hangerback Walker and Scrap Trawler and some other stuff. So I know that Shaheen will have that on the radar, especially if Rio's not doing very much over the course of a couple of turns. For Shaheen's side, 4 Nature's Claim, 3 Defense Grid, 2 Ensnaring Bridge, 2 Nile Spellbound, 2 Gearpile Aether Grid, a Battle at the Bridge, and a Padim Council of Innovation. I imagine we like Nature's Claim here at the very least.
Yeah, I think he's going to be up on a lot of opponents that have access to white mana, bringing in Stony Silence, and that's a death knell for his deck, so he's got to have an answer for that. The Battle at the Bridge seems great. Gain a bunch of life, get rid of an early creature.
Yep.
And we'll see if he wants a card like Padim to protect his artifacts, draw some extra cards, grind out the game a little bit longer, slower that way.
Yeah, I'm curious how many turns these players are going to want to play. I think the more turns that we go, it's probably better for Shaheen because I think Rio's getting a pretty reactive, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's going to be a pretty fast game either way.
Yeah, 4 to 5 turns
for each side.
Yep.
So we'll see how things shake out here as these players do sideboard and shuffle up. In the meantime, we are going to talk about the StarCityGames.com. Apologies for the audio trouble. We're back in the booth now. I gotta have a meeting with this machine here.
What do you call this thing? The TriCaster?
It's a TriCaster.
What's the Tri stand for?
Next question.
Okay. What's the caster stand for?
Next question. I don't name these things. I'm not sure.
When I look at you, I see technical ability.
Then you're looking wrong, okay? You're looking the wrong way, man. I barely know how to use my computer at home, okay? I did it all. I did it all wrong. I should have gotten into, like, what do you have to get into for? That's not computer science, right?
I don't know.
To know how to operate computers and stuff?
This is some sort of engineering degree might help.
Is that what it is?
Programming.
Programming sounds right.
Well, it depends if you're working with the software or the hardware.
You lost me.
Yep, and that's funny because I don't really know anything about this
Yeah,
stuff.
okay. You sound like an expert, but you're just making things up right now.
Yeah, my rudimentary understanding just flew right over your head.
We're going to learn a little bit more about Shaheen Soorani very quickly here before game number 2 does begin. 33-year-old from Norfolk, Virginia, 9 Open top 8s, 1 Open win, 5 Invitational top 8s, a lot of those in a row, but he was never able to get a title off of those Invitational top 8s. He's a teacher, a really good one at that, and he has a heavy dislike of puns, which doesn't make a lot of sense since Brian Braun-Duin is a very close friend and a podcast partner. It appears as though Rio is taking a mulligan here down to 6. Can't keep 7 cards this morning.
Come on, Rio. Pull it together for us.
We're hoping.
Yeah.
Looks like maybe Shaheen taking a mulligan as well. I wonder what the Rio player slide is. Get that dialed up. I like Burn.
Yep. Okay. Favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I wonder if Cinnamon Toast Crunch is still popping nowadays with the kids. It was hot when I was young.
It was hot.
They had commercials like crazy on like the cartoon channels and everything. It was like that and Honeycombs. Do you remember Honeycombs?
Yep.
Not a good cereal at all.
I remember a lot of the
Kicks.
the commercials for the cereals.
Yeah.
The frog with for the Smacks. Yep.
Smacks. Yeah, they had the frog. Great branding. They had the frog. They had for Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was Wendell. The guy's name was Wendell. He had like glasses and he was like a chef. I'm using the word chef loosely here.
He put sugar on everything.
Yeah. Wendell the chef. Big fan of cinnamon and or sugar. Honey Nut Cheerios, they had a B, right?
Yeah.
They had a B. Apple, well, there's an apple Cheerio. What was that? Apple cinnamon. Was it Apple cinnamon Cheerios?
Yep.
Okay, that was. I don't know if they had.
Oh,
anything.
Apple Jacks? That was a thing.
The Apple Jacks was a thing. I can't remember the slogan now though for Apple Jacks.
No idea.
There was a slogan. It was catchy. Not catchy enough though. Kix was kid tested, mother approved.
Well, you remember.
Boom.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
For Rice Krispies? Yep.
Bang.
They get right in your head at a young age. That's what they do.
Oh, man.
That's what they do.
I'm walking around in the grocery store with my cart, and I'm just like putting boxes of cereal in the cart, and I don't even know why.
You don't even like cereal?
Yeah. I've been brainwashed since I was like 4 years old.
Oh, what are the chocolate cereals? Like Cocoa Puffs?
Oh, Count Chocula.
Yeah. I bet that was good. Chocolate and Mushroom Mania. A Rift Bolt here off suspense.
No, marshmallow, not mushroom.
What? Did I say mushroom?
Oh, wow.
Chocolate and mushrooms? Oh, my God. That sounds so bad. Chocolate and marshmallows. Excuse me. I don't know. How bad could chocolate and mushrooms be? Pour a little milk over that. Get to work in the morning. It's about as good as the breakfast we just had the days in.
Okay.
Those French toast sticks were good. I don't care what anyone says.
Oh, all right. We see Rio get a green source here.
There's Eidolon.
And there's Eidolon.
Man, he has the Nature's Claim. That's tough for Rio. Rio just gets to gain a little bit of life, but these Nature's Claims, Shaheen's sideboard. Second matchup, they've been very good. Played against Affinity yesterday.
Yep.
And it was fantastic against Stephen Mann. And now it's taken out Eidolon in the Great Revel. Shaheen, of course, having to take 2 to cast it. But here's a Sanctum of Ugin. And now it's an Ever-Flowing Chalice for 1. Pass the turn back over to Rio Trevathan, who will draw.
This is why I love Modern. You see all these cards that used to be in like draft decks?
Yeah.
Like the Chalice? When's the last time you saw a Chalice in play in a constructed match?
It's been a little while. Saw some standard play back in its day.
A little bit, you did.
A little bit. The old multi-kicker mechanic.
Bringing it back.
For this deck, how many has Shaheen got in here? He's got 4. It's a pretty important piece, I think, to Shaheen's deck. Shaheen's got a Grove of the Burn Willows. His hand right now, not great. Here's a Cart Clan Ironworks. He's going to expose the powerful artifact. I think we're going to see a Destructive Revelry. Yeah, get that thing out of here. Shaheen's going to sacrifice that so he doesn't take 2. And Trevathan's going to sacrifice a Wooded Foothills. We'll see what land he grabs in just a moment.
Yeah, Rio has all the mana he could ever use at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's draw some burn spells. Let's draw another Eidolon.
Eidolon would be key. And I think that's a card where Shaheen answered the first one. That's all well and good. If Rio draws the second one, it's going to be hard for Shaheen to win.
I mean, even a Goblin Guide as a recursive source of damage.
Yep, take that too. We're untapping and drawing. There's a Scalding Tarn right away, past the turn back. Over to Soorani we're going to go. He'll draw a card. Picked up another copy of Ironworks. Does he want to expose this one too? The last one got hit by Destructive Revelry, and you've got an opponent over there in Rio Trevathan who's not really doing much of anything. But Shaheen says, I will play Ironworks and pass the turn back. Rio's going to sacrifice Scalding Tarn. Fall down to 19, and we'll see him grab another land.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see Shaheen play that second Ironworks. It just feels like he has plenty of time. There's no pressure on the board on the other side. His opponent doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. He could easily just wait a couple draw steps.
A couple copies of Skull Cracks going to bring Shaheen down to 9. Now the Burn player playing off the top of the deck. Pass the turn back. Both players playing off the top of the deck. Let's see what's going to happen here. I'm with you. I think I may have held the Ironworks.
Yeah.
I think. No expert of this Ironworks combo. Very new deck. Haven't got to see it much.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Shaheen is...
He's doing okay with it so far.
He's a little more practiced in the deck than we are.
Yeah.
How good is that Nature's Claim, though?
Unreal.
I mean, he can even turn it on one of his own artifacts that just cantrips anyway.
Yep. It's great in his deck.
When most of the damage from the opponent does 3 at a time, and you can just gain 4 at a time, pretty good.
Looks like he picked up another copy. For now, he's going to sacrifice the Terrarian. Actually, it's just I'm going to do it to Ironworks. I don't need the colored man. I got plenty of that. So here's 2. Let's draw a card. Chromatic Sphere.
Redraws.
Yep. Looks like he wants to get going a little bit here. Draw. Mind Stone, which is another redraw, though it's an expensive one. There's Mind Stone. Does he want to try to keep going? His hand right now, Grove of the Burn Willows, Nature's Claim. If he can find Scrap Trawler or Ancient Stirrings, it gets a lot easier. So he's going to sacrifice the Mind Stone to draw a card. Picked up a copy of Darksteel Citadel. The fun stops here. He'll pass.
Yeah, he still has plenty of time, though.
There's a recursive source of damage in Monastery Swiftspear. It's only 1 right now, but it could be more down the road. Soorani's down to 8. Shaheen will draw. Ancient Stirrings is a nice one that he'll cast right away. Top 5 cards, and he's on the hunt for a Scrap Trawler, folks. Doesn't look like he found one. He's found a Chromatic Star instead. The rest will go to the bottom. The star will go to hand. It'll probably be entering the battlefield here in just a moment. He'll do that via Darksteel Citadel. And now we'll sacrifice that for 2 and draw a card. It's a Mind Stone. We get to do this song and dance again. Shaheen is going to use the Everflowing Chalice to draw a card off of the Mind Stone, and he has Brickwalled again. Just going to play Grove of the Burn Willows and pass.
This is the spinning the wheels that we talked about.
Yes. Rio, in for 1. Can he make it more than 1? Yes, he can. Let's make it 5 total. 3 from the Bolt, 2 from the Swiftspear.
Ooh, and we're just 1 card away.
More or less. Remember, Shaheen does have that Nature's Claim.
He does. Rio doesn't know about it, though.
Draw a card. Another copy of Nature's Claim.
We are further away.
Yeah. Now, remember, Shaheen can destroy his own artifact to gain life.
Yep.
And I think the one he's probably going to want to target is his Darksteel Citadel.
Yeah, the indestructible one.
Yep.
It's just 1 green, gain 4.
Yep. So Rio Trevathan has some work to do. He doesn't know it, but he's going to find out soon enough. In for 1. Shaheen down to 2. Did Rio draw a spell? He's tapping mana.
He actually drew a really good one.
Is it Eidolon? Ooh. Shaheen's got to respond to this and cast Nature's Claim on his Darksteel Citadel right now, which is going to bring him up to 6. Now Eidolon resolves, and Shaheen can kill that.
Going back down to
Nature's
4.
Claim. Yeah, it can go down to 4. Shaheen wondering if he wants to do it now or if he wants to wait.
You can just wait.
Well, he says, let's just get it out of here now. Don't know how much mana I'm going to need on my own turn. He'll take 2. He's going to fall down to 4 so long as Rio remember the trigger. And Rio will gain some life. So now Shaheen will draw. I think that may have been Battle at the Bridge. I know it's Battle at the Bridge now.
Oh, that.
Wow.
These are some fun redraws back and forth.
Yeah, let's take a look at Battle at the Bridge, because you see Shaheen has tapped his Krarkland Ironworks. That means he's going to be doing a little improvisation.
-9, game 9? That's what it looks like.
I've seen worse. Black X, improvise. Your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1. Target creature gets -X until end of turn. You gain X life.
Powerful effect.
Pretty good against burn, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like if Rio had sandbagged a lightning bolt in there, it would be worth it for him to just kill his own creature to prevent the life gain.
Yeah, had he waited with the bolt a couple turns ago.
Although, this is a pretty obscure card. Even though it's been printed recently, hasn't seen much play. You don't see it in Modern ever.
Yeah, it's hard to play around. It's a hard card to have even close to on your radar. And it looks like Shaheen is going to add even more mana here with the Darksteel Citadels, sacrificing those to Ironworks potentially. He's just trying to figure out how much he wants to do this for. How much life do I want to gain? How many artifacts do I need to have left over for Scrappy Trawler, so that when I do draw that card, I'm able to go off? He's going to sacrifice, it looks like, 1 Darksteel Citadel. That's so much mana. Sack that one too, who cares? All right, this for the full amount. So we'll see exactly what Shaheen's life total is after the dust settles from the Battle at the Bridge.
Yeah, and I think one thing Shaheen is thinking about here is that he has the Sanctum of Ugins in play.
Mm-hmm.
So if he draws a Hangerback Walker, he's going to want to have to cast it for 8.
So he can crack that
so
and
he can
Scrap Trawler.
No,
right?
he'll go straight for
Emrakul.
Emrakul.
Straight to Emrakul, right, because Hangerback Walker makes so many tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, okay. You kill my Swiss Bear, I draw another one, you're down to 16.
This is fun, man.
I mean, there are a lot of mediocre draws in Shaheen's deck, and there's a pretty decent amount of draws in Rio's deck. Think about it. If Rio's able to draw a 3rd Eidolon, and here's a copy of Lightning Helix, so he's just trying to make it as much damage as possible. If he's able to draw like a 3rd copy of Eidolon, you got to think Shaheen's through 3 Nature's Claims and 1 Battle at the Bridge.
Yeah, not a lot of answers left.
Yeah. Shaheen will draw. Everflowing Chalice isn't particularly good. He can do it for a lot. He can do it for 4. Now we're at the point now where Shaheen draws Emrakul. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He can cast it pretty easily. Let's see what this is. Another Lightning Helix. 4 more damage. Shaheen down to 7. Actually, excuse me, 5 damage. Shaheen down to 6.
Little prowess trigger in there.
Yeah. Did he draw that 4th Nature's Claim? I think he did. I actually think he did. He'll pass. Rio. Shaheen's got to be worried because he doesn't know what cards are in Rio's hand. He drew a Lava Spike. Bang. Another attack here for 5, most likely. Shaheen will draw. Aha! Here we go.
The full sweat.
A Chromatic Star. Redraw. Mox Opal. Not as exciting.
Not a redraw. I can't believe the game has lasted this long.
I am shocked. It's Nature's Claim on Mox Opal. That works. Up to 5. Shaheen's last card in hand is Mox Opal. He's going to hold that for now. Rio, can you draw a spell to close this game out? He drew a Wooded Foothills. In for 1. Shaheen only down to 4. He's hanging on. What did he draw? Ancient Stirrings. Okay. Top 5. Emrakul is in there. You got to be kidding me. Time for some math. Shaheen, I think you've got more than enough to cast Emrakul.
Yeah, I didn't see what else was there. If a Scrap Trawler is there, he might just want to go that route.
Yeah. Shaheen doing the math to make sure if it is Emrakul in there, he can cast, and Mott's Opal's in his hand too. You gotta be kidding me with this game. Yep, there is Emrakul. It took all 4 Nature's Claims this game, folks. There is Mox. He's got a green mana floating now. He'll sacrifice that, get 2 colorless. Sanctum of Ugin. Tap all of my just regular lands, which is going to contribute to this. So he'll go up to 7, make it 8 with a green. Everflowing Chalices will add a bunch of mana, of course. So that's 13 at the moment. Sacrifice Everflowing Chalice, that's going to make it 15. And it's Emrakul, not the Promised End. The Aeon's Torn. An extra turn triggers on the stack. And it's kind of strange here a little bit, but had Rio been playing those lands, maybe the Annihilator trigger wouldn't be such a big deal. Because he's got exactly 6 permanents right now.
Yes, yeah.
Had he been playing those lands, maybe cracking them for fetching, that sort of thing, maybe the Emrakul trigger knocks out 6 lands, and he would be able to draw a Lightning Bolt or a Lava Spike in combination with the Swift Spear. But he was holding his lands, maybe to show a little bit of strength or bluff some strength, and that may have actually come back to hurt him.
Well, I don't think the Swift Spear is ever getting in again.
Okay.
Even if it survived a turn, we just saw Shaheen sack both the Sanctums.
Get Scrap Trawlers.
He got a Scrap Trawler and a Hangerback Walker, and
okay.
He's going to have plenty of creatures on his next turn.
We're going back to Shaheen now. Engineered Explosives, the draw. He's got 4 colorless. He's going to play an Engineered Explosives. Sacrificing that for mana.
Yep, he cast it for 0.
Yeah. What's he up to here? A little confused. Oh, I figured it out.
Okay, enlighten us.
On social, I said this at the beginning. At social media yesterday, he played around Deflecting Palm.
Oh, you think he's trying to do that? Yeah, Rio's been sitting on a couple of cards.
He's been sitting on a couple cards the entire time and hasn't done anything. And Shaheen can't beat Deflecting Palm right now with Emrakul.
Yeah.
So that's what he's playing around.
Yeah, he's going to try to make a whole lot of Thopters.
Yep. That's what he's playing around.
He needs a lot of Thopters. Rio's at 30 life.
So this is actually really unique because yesterday Shaheen said on Facebook and Twitter, I think, he's like, I played around Deflecting Palm against Burn, and I was right.
Yeah.
And he had it. So that might just be influencing the decision. Now I think he's just saying, I'm not sure if I can get by without just attacking like this.
Yeah.
So he just says, get in there with Emrakul, kill yourself, hope you don't have Deflecting Palm. And Rio does not. He'll draw a card. It's another land, and that is going to do it. Shaheen Soorani is going to win this game and match over Rio Trevathan. 2-0. Ironworks Com is going to take care of Burn, but you saw there for a moment Shaheen was trying to figure out if there was a way that he could beat Deflecting Palm, and I'm not entirely sure there was. So he